Applications of Gauss law. Applying Gauss law, we can find electric field at a point due to a uniformly charged spherical shell. We have to consider a spherical shell of radius capital R carrying a charge Q. The charge is uniformly distributed. We have to find out the electric field at a point which is at a distance R from the center of the sphere. Now there are three situations. One is outside the shell, on the shell, inside the shell. First, let us see at a point outside the shell. Then for applying Gauss law, we have to consider a Gaussian surface. Here charge is on a sphere. So you consider another sphere of radius R. Then according to Gauss law, total flux is equal to 1 by epsilon 0 times the net charge. Here flux is given by this expression, integral of E vector dot dA vector. This circle shows integration is to be done over the closed surface. Now E vector dot dA vector is E dA cos theta. Here you consider a small area dA. This is a dA vector. Then for a positive charge, electric field intensity is radially outward. So intensity also in the same direction. dA vector is also in the same direction. So this theta is 0. Cos 0 is 1. So it will become E into dA. Then electric field at all these points same. So E is a constant. So E can be taken. So it will become E dA because cos 0 is 1. Then since E is constant, you can take it outside. So it will become integral of dA. Now integral of dA is the total surface area of this sphere. So it is 4 pi r square. Surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r square. So E into integral of dA is 4 pi r square. Then Q by epsilon 0. Take this 4 pi r square that side. So E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by r square. Taking this to the other side. Intensity is a vector quantity. So in vector notation you can write like this. E vector is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by r square r cap. R cap is to show the direction. If Q is greater than 0, that means positive charge, intensity will be pointing radially outward. So r cap will be outward. Suppose the Q is lesser than 0, negative charge, then intensity will be radially inward. Electric field at a point on the surface of the spherical shell. First we saw when the point is outside the spherical shell. When the point is outside the spherical shell, this is the expression. E vector is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by r square r cap. When the point is on the spherical shell, instead of small r, we have to write capital R. When the point is here, this distance will become r. So instead of small r, you substitute capital R. So you will get the intensity of the electric field at a point on the surface of the spherical shell. Electric field at a point inside the spherical shell. That means small r is lesser than capital R. Flux is given by this relation, integral of E vector dot dA vector is equal to Q by epsilon 0 according to Gauss law. Now same as in the previous case, first case, this can be written for E into 4 pi r square. Here point is inside the spherical shell. So Gaussian surface will be inside. So charge enclosed by this Gaussian surface is 0 because your charge is outside the Gaussian surface. So charge enclosed by this Gaussian surface is 0. So for this Q we have to write 0. Now 0 divided by 4 pi r square, that is 0. So intensity is 0. Intensity inside the spherical shell is 0. Now a graph is plotted. So this is the spherical shell carrying a positive charge. Then on the surface of the sphere, intensity is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 q by r square. That is the max. Here in this graph, x-axis distance is marked. On the y-axis, intensity is marked. Then on the surface of the sphere, intensity is maximum. After that, r is going on increasing. This r is going on increasing, so intensity will be going on decreasing. So this is the relation between intensity and distance. I hope you have understood the concept. Thank you for watching the video.